how you doing? When I was a kid, because of just financial situations, we're basically moving every year, bouncing around. By the time I got to 8th grade, it was really about just having friends for more than 1 year. I was always searching for this connection in communities that I was never completely a part of. I felt like I was never Black enough for the Black American community, never African enough for the Western African community. And I was always looking or longing for that place where I can just be me. I remember I said, if I ever can become an adult who has any type of power, influence, I want to fight for kids as young as him to know that someone is fighting for what's best for them.
When I first met Gibril, I knew that he was a doer. I knew that he was interested in being a leader rather than talking about being a leader. And when I first met him, he was hungry for growth. So I said, the wisest thing I could do is get to know this guy and also get to help him, because that'll help other people. Is that right, Gibril?
I think at the stage of life when I met Ed, I was seeking something. You know, I was saying there's got to be a quicker way to maximize my impact. Working with Ed has allowed me to be on that path, to go from thinking how I can make an impact in the U.S. to thinking about how I can make a greater impact across the world. Sierra Leone is where my name comes from. It's where I have the deepest roots, and it's me. My father is from Sierra Leone, and my dad had made me aware that my family's village had a terrible flood, and he was seeking me to help provide aid. What I gave was the equivalent of about $430 US, and I finally asked my dad a question. I said, what did that actually do? And this is when everything changed for me. He said, that $430 fed 1,500 people for a week. When I heard that, I said, I have to learn more so I can do more, and that's what really started to change for me. I found out that there was many things the school has needed because there's basically been no remodeling of any of the structure since it was built in the early 2000s. So I got about 4,000 Facebook friends. Let's see if I can create a campaign and raise this money. And that's where it all began. We were able to get about 20 to 30 desks made by hand. We had over 200 uniforms made for our students. We were able to add solar power to the school, the first time the school has ever had power. In fact, it's the first time that village has ever had power. Once we were able to rebuild a school that houses 250 kids, they now had a new facility where all the classrooms were functional. However, there was still this desire in me to hug the students, to be able to meet my family, and I realized that was never gonna go away. So in March of 2023, I made my pilgrimage to Sierra Leone, and it was the most important trip of my life. All this family that I knew was out there is now here, is hugging me and touching me. And the students who I've seen in these videos are here. And as I've searched for so much belonging in my life, this is where I truly belong, because this is where I'm from. And it confirmed everything that I believed we were supposed to be doing is what we are doing, and it's right. I think kids should know their purpose and value because it would have helped a kid like me. I think if I saw myself from a global standpoint, how much it would have changed my perspective of what I had. I am seeking to lead a life of significance. I want to be a giver, and I want to be able to create opportunities for more people to live that life of significance and be free to answer the question how they want to live in a way that satisfies them and lives out their dreams.